Hi there, Broken Barbie. Welcome inside. Oh, you're so beautiful, but you don't look like a Barbie at all. The only Barbies who have to live in a tank are our mermaid Barbies, and you don't seem to have a tail with you. I could definitely see your gills and your webbed hands, but you look quite different. Are you, by chance, a Monster High doll? Interesting. Well, your tank seems to be running a bit low with water. Did you rush here? Oh, I'm so sorry. If we knew, we could have sent you a Barbie car. Okay, well, before I check in your symptoms, I will be filling up your water a little. And I'll just let you know how things work around here, since I'm sure you're not very familiar with, Barbie hospitals. So, whenever we see a Barbie come in, we have to make sure that they are authentic. We have to scan the barcode behind their neck. And if they are authentic, then all of our procedures and all of our basic things work on them perfectly fine. But if you are a synthetic Barbie or a doll from a different brand entirely, then we do have to check on you a lot more. It becomes more tedious, which is perfectly fine. This is our job, but just letting you know in advance if you have to go through more scans and things like that. Okay, well, there we go. Your water tank is full now, and let me know your symptoms. What brings you here today? May I get your name? Oh, beautiful name. I mean, it suits you completely. I love when Monster High dolls visit. We rarely get them, but every time we do, it's such a good surprise. Okay, and your age? Still growing. And what are your symptoms? You're feeling like your heart is breaking? Okay, you feel chest pain, confidence at an all-time low, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, don't worry. Is there anything else? You just can't seem to find anything beautiful about yourself when you look in the mirror? Okay, don't worry. A lot of Barbies go through that. You are just fine. Well, now that I got that, I'll take you to my doctor's office and I'll be looking after you. Well, welcome to my doctor's office, doll. I am Dr. Broken Barbie, and I am head of the Broken Doll department, so you are in completely good hands. Now, just taking a physical look at you, you look completely fine. Very beautiful. Could you tell me what's going on in more depth, please? Oh, that is so understandable. You see, I also have a bit wrong with me on the physical side, but that doesn't mean that I don't get loved. That doesn't mean that people don't adore my uniqueness. That may be the same for you. Unique is not a bad thing, especially for you. Monster High dolls fly off the shelves like nothing. It's a shame that you can't see this for yourself, but don't worry. I have just the things for you, okay? Is there anything else you want to say before I start? Okay, I'll just get ready then. So, now this may be a little extreme at first, but it's nice to get these hard things out of the way, okay? Before I move on to other things that would also enhance your confidence. And what I have to do is I have to make your brain more susceptible to positive affirmations. I have to make your brain more moldable and easy to take in compliments. So, I have this hammer over here. Have you gotten any work done beforehand by your owners or anything like that? We do have a lot of custom dolls. No. Well, what I'm going to do right now is called a lobotomy, and this used to be a popular practice for humans back in the day, but they don't do that anymore. But for us dolls, since we're a lot less complex, we could definitely do this. Okay? So just stay still. Is it okay if I touch you, dear? Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over here and I am going to just stick this underneath your eyelid just like that. See, not too bad, right? It's a miracle that us dolls have a very high pain tolerance. After all, we're made out of plastic, so I'm just going to have to go up here and just swirl it around just a little, just so that your brain could be less tense, because I understand that when dolls overthink, especially when dolls are in a bad mental headspace, their brains harden. It hardens like plastic, and we need them kind of soft like rubber. So I'm gonna take this side again. Okay. And by the way, just because you're different doesn't mean that you're less deserving of love. I mean, there's so many qualities about you that other Barbies would really wish for themselves. Uniqueness is a gift when it comes to Barbies. I mean, if it's not that we all look the same, which is all right, but it's always nice to stand out, even if it comes with its own, anxiety and paranoia. I'll make sure that you feel just as beautiful as you are today. Okay. So there we go. I think just a little bit more over here. And there we go. Your brain should now be more soft. Okay, doll, now that we made your brain a lot more susceptible and moldable, I'm going to be giving you some confidence shots, some positivity shots, just straight to your brain. And this will definitely help you boost up your confidence and everything like that, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to take this over here. And I'm just going to give your brain some shots. Just so that you could feel less alone, I'll tell you more about my story. You see, I look a bit more dramatic and different from other Barbies because my owner, when I was under them, they would customize me a lot. They would erase my face, they would draw it on again, they would change my hair, everything. You know what I mean? And I used to struggle just like you. I always felt like I was just too much for the other Barbies. Even if I may have been an experiment, I was still made with excitement and care. You know what I mean? My owner worked on me a lot. And, even with this look, I still get praised by other Barbies too. And they ask me, oh, where did you get your eyelashes? And that's always a good feeling. So, yeah, it's not all too bad to be different out here. And I'm sure you're gorgeous in Monster High. Well, now that we worked on your head, it's time for me to change the way that you look at yourself. And for that, I do have to insert some new lenses right on top of your eye design. It's gonna look seamless. Everything is going to be perfect. So could you just tell me some more about how you want to perceive yourself? Just not just confidence, but see yourself in any kind of state. Okay. I'm just coding it in. That sounds amazing. Oh, trust me, under all the glitz and glamour you have going on right now, I just know that you look great. So I'm just going to do that. And I think we're ready to insert that in. So let me just take a knife over here and slightly scrape away at the top of your eye paint. Just a little, don't worry about it. The lenses will act like a varnish, so your eyes are just gonna be twinkly like they were before. And now, are you ready? Okay, let me just activate this. You can see a light in here, and you just have to stare at the light, okay? Just look at the light for me. Stare at the light as I insert this onto your eyes. Very good. Focus on the light. Focus on the light. So we definitely got one in there. And now, so again, focus on the light. Focus on the light. Very good. Not too bad, right? Okay, there we go. That is super nice. And now, blink, blink, blink. You're going to be able to check the mirror later and just see how you feel. Okay? Okay. Well, now that we did that, I am going to set that in place with some eye drops. So hold still for me. I'm just going to pull your waterline down. Pull your waterline down and brush up your eyelashes. And I'm just going to... Okay, blink, blink, blink. And now over here. All right, very good. And I'm just going to slightly massage them, pat on them so they stay there and stay moisturized. I mean, I think your tank, honestly, your water tank would definitely help with this process, but that looks good. Well, doll, now that we did your mindset and also your eyes, it's time for me to check on that heart. You did say that you were getting a lot of chest pains. Maybe that was emotional, but also a doll's emotions do affect their heart. So I'm just going to take a look, okay? Hopefully there's nothing too wrong about it. All right, so hold still. I'm just going to, pry your chest open. Very good. And just take a look and see what kind of heart you have, because Monster High dolls, they do have very unique hearts. Barbie hearts are usually plastic pink, but yours seems to be full of pearls. I mean, it makes so much sense since I think you are an underwater creature. Who's your parent again? Oh, such royalty. I mean, trust me, you dolls, you Monster High dolls, Ever After High dolls, you have so much story behind you. You should be happy about that. So I am definitely going to have to clean it. I have some Monster High specific solution over here. I mean, I think the bottle is very, very fitting. You see, if I pull this out to a normal Barbie, they would freak out. They'd be like, oh my goodness, oh my days, what are you doing? But I love that you dolls can appreciate a nice spooky looking thing. So hold still. I'm just going to add this onto your heart. And just make sure that it heals it and it also cleans it at the same time. You do have a lot of holes in your heart. Maybe it's from all the pain and the confidence issues you had, but don't worry about it. I can fix it in no time. So now that I did that, I'm just going to be taking this brush over here and just cleansing it, okay? Okay, Ghoul, right? Do you mind if I call you Ghoul? I always wanted to do that. Well, Ghoul, your heart is cleaning beautifully. I love how our colors are so different from each other. Yours are very blue, minty green. I adore it. So here we go. Okay. I am friends with Draculaura, or I like to believe so. She did visit this channel way before, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So yeah. So very good. And now that we scrub that off, I'm just going to be using some of the water that I put in your tank and just purifying it. This is, again, special water. So I'm just going to be purifying your heart. Not that it was evil or anything like that. No. Okay, so now that we did that, and it's time for me to glue things back together. So to mend your heart, I have some Barbie glue over here. Now, Barbie glue works on all dolls who are made out of plastic. It's a very universal type glue, so I think it should fix you. Yeah, you are made out of plastic. So let me just take a look at your heart again and just start pumping that there. You do have a lot of holes, which is fine. We could just patch that right up, but let's talk about some lovey-dovey things. Maybe that can mend your heart too. Do you have a lover back at home, back at Monster High? A boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner? Anything? Oh, that sounds so very fitting. Yes, I could see a beautiful future ahead of you guys. Hopefully that partner is able to mend your heart more. As of me, I'm so excited to talk about this. Now, I'm not sure if you ever visited Ever After High, but there's this girl named Apple White. Now, I used to have a Ken doll for myself, obviously, because Barbies and Ken dolls, they usually come together. It's very normal. But for my surprise, when I saw Apple White, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, and I could always appreciate a beautiful doll. So I approached her, and I know, everybody thinks that her and Daring are together, but honestly, no. You know what? No, you heard it from me here. No, that's not happening. You know, Broken Barbie and Apple White, that's happening. Femme for femme. That's what I like to say. Okay, so enough of me oversharing. Sorry, I got a little carried off. I just love talking about love. I mean, it's so beautiful. I was thinking, how about I enhance your features more? You know, the features that you used to be insecure about and the features that you used to want to hide. We fixed your eyes so that you could definitely see the beauty in them more. We made you a lot more positive in your brain and cleaned and mended your heart together. I was thinking, yeah, this is good. Also, exposure therapy is extremely beneficial for cases like you. Okay, so let me first take a look at your gills. Gills, ears. I have no idea where you're hearing from, but pardon me. I'm just not very used to working with amphibians. So I'm just going to take this and take a look at your ear. Just see what I really have to clean out. Tell me if it tickles. I'm sorry about that. And now over here, I'm just going to take a look at what I need to fix. Alright. Yeah, your hearing seems to be fine, but I definitely do need to clean them more so that it's nice and shiny. So I have this over here, this solution, and I use this to clean out, you know, dull parts, just, you know, wherever they have marker stains or whatever they got going on. So I'm just going to stick this into your ear and drop some on there. It feels nice, doesn't it? Now, once you go into your tank after this, oh my god, it's gonna feel so cool and so chilled. You're gonna fall in love with it. So I'm gonna take this side and drop them off here. This here, very good. Just a little more. Okay. And now that we did that, I'm just going to be using my little cotton swab over here to really dig into it. Okay, let me just... That feels good, doesn't it? A lot of Barbie dolls love, you know, having this done because, you know, our ears are usually always covered up with our hair, so our hearing can kind of go really bad. So getting an ear checkup every once in a while is very beneficial. Okay, there we go. Clean that. All right. Okay, now that we cleaned that, they are so much more vibrant. You know, the colors are really sticking out and they look very shiny. But I was thinking, how about I add some glitter just on the edges? I think that would be perfect. Oh my gosh, maybe this is going more into like a doll customization thing, but honestly, I'm having so much fun and I think that your confidence would really benefit from some glitter. So I have this glitter palette over here. Look at all of these different glitters. Which one do you want? I personally think that this would go so well with your gills. Yeah? Okay, I love that. I'm just going to be taking some of this. Oh my gosh, that on your gills? Don't even. Okay, now stay still. This might be tickly too, but just stay still for me. I'm just going to pat that on your gills. You know, they're shaped kind of like this, so I gotta make sure that I go that way as well. Okay, very beautiful. And now over here, I'm just going to add some on this side as well. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. And how about some on your cheeks? You know, just lightly patting that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm going insane. I'm going insane. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I have some earrings over here. And you know, usually these are really popular with Barbies, but I promise I try to look for something a bit more dramatic, a bit more your style. I mean, look at these little flowers and look at the strawberries and the kitties. They're so adorable. They're like my favorite pair right now, but I truly think they would look magnificent on your gills. You know, your ear gills. So what do you think? Do you want to try them? Oh, I would love to try them on for you. Goodness gracious. After this makeover and you feel so much more confident, you should definitely like go on that date. I'm gonna see if I can reach Apple after this, but here we go. So I'm just going to take this and put this right through your gill. Let me know if that is kind of painful. No? Okay, yeah, it's very like rubbery. Very interesting. Okay, now I'm just going to put the back in. All right, there we go. All right, and that is so beautiful. And now I'm going to be taking the other one. Okay, let me just take this out. And let me just open this up and put it right through here. You know, something that I'm very thankful for and relieved about is that you haven't been, you know, mistreated or misused by all the other Barbies or your owner. You know, we get a lot of misuse victims. They usually have doll bruises and, you know, it's like a mess sometimes, which breaks my heart. And for dolls like that, though, we have a program where we can send them off to new owners and it'll help them have a better life for themselves. So there we go. And it looks beautiful. Oh my gosh, you look like, you know, a fairy, like a fairy version of how you were when you came in. So that looks great. And now, may I see those nails, please? I could definitely see your webbed hands, which I love. I mean, that must help you swim so much faster and easier. And they're honestly such a fashion statement, in my opinion. So I was thinking, how about we bring the focus to those as well? No need to be insecure about them. Oh my gosh, I wish I had them. And if I were to give you some nail polish, I think this color would be perfect. I mean, oh, look at it. It's like this minty, bluish green. It's so beautiful. And I think this would be perfect for you. Now, I'm actually going to trim them a little before I coat them. So let me just see those claws of yours. Oh, yes. It's so much more satisfying than normal Barbie nails, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. And now just over here. Okay. All right, that looks really good. Okay, now I think you're ready for the polish. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. So I have this over here, and I am just going to, oh my gosh. You know, I don't really use this color that much on myself. That's why it's a little dried out, but still, for you, oh, this would be literally perfect. Like, oh my gosh. So, stick out your claws for me. I'm just going to gorgeous. And now over here. You know, this is just a little advice from me, a little fashion tip. Not that you need any, oh my gosh. No, Monster High dolls are usually so much more fashionable than Barbies, in my opinion. But I think that you wearing some blinging jewels, like rings, on your fingers would, oh, they would make your webbed hands just so much more royal-like, so much more magical. So there we go, I did that. And now for your hair. I honestly love the streaks in there. Yeah, I love the streaks. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any hair dye that would imitate it and make it more vibrant. So how about I kind of just crimp them up even more? Because your hair has natural crimps, which I am so jealous of again. I don't know how it manages to stay in the water tank, but I have this over here, and I just think that a bit more of a dramatic crimp would make you feel more confident. At least that's what happens with my hair. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but it's still like full of volume. So I'll just take this over here and crimp it. All right. Okay, very good. And now over here. And just in the back, and I think we would be done with that. Wait a second. Fangs. Oh my gosh, you have such spiky teeth. They're like fangs, but not really like just spiky. They're like a shark. My gosh, we have to shine them. We have to sharpen them and shine them and make them so much more like standout-ish. I love that. Hold on. Now, I have this file over here, and you know, usually Barbie, we don't have teeth, but we use this on American Girl dolls just to make sure that their teeth are nice, perfect, and square. So I was thinking, how about I use this to just shave and sharpen your fangs even more? Fierce looks are so slay. So, can I just get a smile, please? Thank you. I'm just going to... shaving that down and sharpening it. Okay. Right. There we go. I'm not hurting you, am I? Okay, let's go. Okay. So now that I did that, it's finally time for me to shine them. So I have this device over here. I have this device over here, and I'm just going to need you to bite down on it, and it'll do the job for you, okay? Don't worry about making holes, like, it's fine. I already have like 3 holes here. So I'm just going to put this in your mouth and just... like that. There we go. It's shining that up. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. And there we go. Let's see. Perfect. Well, Ghoul, I really hope you feel happier and more healed now. Thank you so much for coming to the Broken Barbie Hospital. You know, if you have any other Barbies that need my care, send them my way. Oh my god, Broken Barbie! Are you okay? I don't think you can move properly. Is it okay if I just crack that bone in place? That plastic bone? I feel like I should do this first before I take out any of your symptoms. Yeah? Okay. Don't worry, I'm right here. I'm Dr. Broken Barbie, and I will be treating you today. Is it okay if I touch you? Okay, I'm just going to take this bone over here, and I'm just going to crack it into place. All right, is that feeling better? Okay, okay. Oh my goodness. Barbie, if you ever need help, we are always here, and we could definitely send you to a different owner. I mean, this is ridiculous. Let me put your symptoms down. So first off, your head is deformed. It's smushed in. I don't know how rough they had to play with you to do that, but we definitely need to fix that. Your eyelashes are all over the place. No shame. And bruises, cover up, matted hair with Sharpie, I think, in them. And just limbs that are deformed. Okay, yes. All right, don't worry. I'll get you right in. But before that, is it okay if I check your authenticity code? Okay, we just want the best treatment for you. So I'm just going to take away your hair and just scan it, okay? I'm just gonna scan it. And I'm just going to scan it really quick, okay? I'm just going to scan that code. Okay, hopefully it's doing it fast enough. Okay, you are authentic. Now, before we rush into healing you and fixing you, I do have to write down everything that we have to fix because there's so much going on. I'm going to be using this medical pen over here and just where I need to fix, okay? Okay, don't worry about it. I'm just going to be circling that area on your face that was pushed in, probably by a really strong thumb. So I'm gonna write down, gotta take that out. And then we have to remove these eyelashes way down on your cheek and pull it up. Okay. We have to definitely just repaint your entire face because of all the damage that was done. Don't worry about it. I mean, look at me. I've been repainted so many times, and you know what? I'm proud of myself, and you should be proud of yourself for, you know, going through something like this and coming out alive. I promise better days are ahead. And your hair in general, oh my gosh. Your hair, we have to fix that. Don't worry, I have some amazing fabric cleaner and rubbing alcohol that could take out all those marker stains and just all the other limbs down here. Okay, so now let's get down to business. Before I pop out that, you know, pushed in face of yours, I have to remove the lashes. So hold still. I'm just going to take this over here and I'm going to remove your lashes, okay? Hold still. I'm just going to, okay, just, I don't even know how that got there. How peculiar. Okay, hold still. I'm just going to take that out. We'll save them for later if we could save them. But I'm pretty sure I have some new lashes in stock for me. Okay, and now one over here. I don't even know how that even happened. Okay, there we go. All right, both of them are off. Looks so good. Okay, so now that both are off, I do need to wipe down your entire face with some acetone so that the paint doesn't come off while we pour boiling water on your face. Now, sadly, we have to do that so that it heats up and it's easier to mold. But don't worry, I'll be giving you some numbing cream and that's all you need. Okay, so first off, let me take some acetone over here. This bottle of acetone with me. The wand is better for details like your eye design. So I'm just going to take this and erase your eye design. Don't worry, we could definitely make you just as perfect as you were before all of this happened to you, sadly. Okay, I'm just going to take this and there we go. Okay, and erasing those. I don't know what they wrote on you. I mean, how could they write on such a small head? Okay, very beautiful. Okay, and now I'm just going to pour some on my little cotton pad over here, and I'm just going to completely wipe everything off. There we go, there we go. See? I'm sure you feel a lot cleaner now and you look a lot clean now. And everything is going to be just fine. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, Barbie, I have some numbing cream here for you. And it smells really nice, so I feel like it's going to be a more pleasant experience than unpleasant, hopefully. So I have this over here and I'm just going to be applying this all over your face and the areas where I need to pour the hot boiling water on, okay? So I'm just going to take this much and hold still. I'm just going to take this and just apply that all over. It's okay, it's okay. Everything is going to be just fine. None of this is your fault. And I really wish you never had to go through such pain like this. I mean, no doll deserves, no human deserves to go through something like this. Oh my goodness, look at those bruises. Sadly, I couldn't, erase them with any acetone, but at the same time, I could definitely cover them up with some doll paint. You will be looking like a perfect. Okay, now, this may be a little scary. I have some boiling water here with me, perfectly measured for your face. And, it's just going to feel really warm and intense, but I'm here with you, okay? You're not going through this alone. It'll be okay. So, I have some here. Do you feel ready? Okay, Barbie. Stay strong. I'm just going to. There we go. Those fumes. I know. It's unpleasant, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep pouring this all over you. Okay. And that seems good. And now I'm just going to be using some pliers to pull out that part. So hold still. I'm just going to take this and hold on to, just pull that part of your head out. Okay, there we go. See? Beautiful and perfect. Now I'm actually going to pull out some more dents over here, okay? All right, just again, it's just a little bit more pressure. I'm just going to. There we go. And let me just pinch your nose a bit because it did kind of melt a little, which is fine. Okay. So we did that, and now it is time for me to make sure that sets before it melts off. Dryer over here, And I'm just going to have this dry all of that melty plastic in place, okay? Since we're happy with the shape and everything, let me just, there we go. There we go, so beautiful. See, everything is cooling down, which is great. Okay. How are you feeling so far? Are you okay? I'm sure that was like a lot for you emotionally and not just physically. I mean, geez. We have a lot of programs, as I told you, that will help you flee to a better home. So there we go. Okay. And now that I did that, let me just add some extra coolness on that. So that it doesn't, the heat doesn't interfere with all of our paints and everything. I'm just going to, here we go, and over here. All right, I love that, I love that. Feeling better, aquatic? Okay, so there we go. I have my little Barbie kit over here. Look at all these gorgeous basic colors. And I have a nice base here with me that I think would match your skin tone perfectly. So hold still. I'm just going to first go in with a base just a little so that we could make it more even. You know, definitely melting it did a good job. I mean, it's always effective, though a bit extreme. So I'm just going to take this and okay, very good. Now I'm just going to blend it out with my brush over here. This was specifically made for, you know, Barbie doll repainting. So let me just, you know, blend all of that out. So could you tell me a bit about what happened? Maybe I could make sure that Barbies can't be sold to your owner again. It could happen. It could happen. We definitely have connections to the human headquarters. Okay. I see. Well, I understand that. Sadly, children, they're not very smart when it comes to things that they need to take care of. They don't really grasp the concept of, because it is my thing, I should still be able to take care of it. But this child definitely sounds like a more violent one, so I'll definitely talk to a human about it in the headquarters. So for your lips, I have this over here. Look at that shininess. It's so pretty. So pretty. So I'm just going to be adding this on to your lips just to draw that back on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We add some more. Okay. Okay. So there we are with the lips, and now for the eyeshadow. So I have these over here, and I'm thinking, how about we give you some purple? Purple is always so beautiful when it comes to eye looks for Barbie. So I'm just going to take some purple over here. This is very pigmented, just letting you know. Look at that. So it's going to draw on perfectly. I'm just going to very good. You know, I was the lucky case where my owner just grew out of me, I guess. They kind of moved on to a different doll. The Brats. They moved on to the Brats, which I understand. Brats are so stunning and sassy and diva. You know what I mean? So I understand, but there we go. And now that we did that, let's do your blush. Now, which color blush would you like? Now, I think your original model had this type of blush, but which one do you want? Want this one? Okay, I'll definitely do that. Yes, I want you to feel like you have been reborn. So I'm just gonna Okay, and now to add some glitter onto you, I have this over here. I love adding glitter to my dolls. So let me just take some of this, and this is really going to make you feel and look brand new. Especially for your new owners, which I will have lined up 100%. Don't even worry about it. So I'm just going to dab that on you. And maybe on your shoulders. I think that is a very pretty touch. All right, and there we go. Now it's time for me to do your acetone hair wash. This is going to take all of those filthy marker colors from your hair, and we're going to give you a nice trim and then put some fabric softener on it so it's nice and new and, you know, plush. So I have my acetone spray over here. I know, looks very intimidating, the color, but it's strong enough to just wipe away all of those unwanted markers. So let me just take this and I'm going to spray it on you, okay? I'm just going to all over your hair. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And now that we did that, it is time for me to take this and, you know, scrub it. So this is a special sponge that we use to clean our Barbie's hairs. So just stay still as I just wash out your hair with this. Very good, very good. I think this is from Polly Pockets. I know it's like their own world, but these are surprisingly really good for washing out doll hair. Maybe it's because it looks like bubbles and all that, but yeah. I'm just going to wash that out. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to be using some of this to really rinse it out. Now, I had a ghoul, a Monster High ghoul come before you, and this did wonders on them, and this does wonders on our Barbies in general. So I'm just going to be pouring that all over your head, and I'm just going to be rinsing it. Okay. Alright, looks really good. Okay. And your hair looks perfectly fine. And now I need to cut off those really matted parts. Now, I'm going to try to save as much hair as possible. Obviously, I would do that for you, but at the same time, if some have to go, they have to go, sadly. So first, I'm just going to be brushing out your hair with this comb and seeing just what really needs to be cut out. Okay, very good. Very nice, very nice. So do you have a desired age range for your new owner? Would you like someone who's a bit older, a bit more mature enough to just take care of their dolls? Okay, yeah, of course we could do that. So I found the parts that I need to cut off. So hold still, I'm just going to trim it off. Yeah, I'm not trying to chop it off completely because that's a lot of hair loss. And there we go, and now over here. Okay. And I think that's good. Oh my gosh, I mean, just with the acetone wash and the hair trim, your hair is looking so beautiful, but at the same time, we really do need some fabric softener. So here I have some fabric softener. They're in drops so that I don't melt off your hair. So hold still, I'm just going to be very good. Gorgeous. Okay, and now I'm just gonna wrap it up with this and let it sit. And then after you unwrap it, just, you know, brush your hair out and it's going to be soft as new. Just gonna put this around. Okay, Barbie, now it's time to give you some new eyebrows and eyelashes. Now for the eyebrows, I think using something with nice bristles like this at the end would give you the perfect eyebrow. So I'm just going to be taking this and just, drawing you some eyebrows, okay? Okay, hold still. I'm just going to just swoop it up a bit and then, yeah, just like that. Okay, looks very good. And now some over here. Swoop, 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 swoop. And now you look like you have way more expression, which I love. Okay, there we go. And now it is time for me to give you some new lashes, okay? So I'm gonna be giving you your original lashes. I was able to save them. And it's the glue that really matters. Your glue was getting really dry and old anyways, so I'm just going to use some of this. Okay, it's like really strong stuff, so no matter how much you cry, and God forbid your owners mistreat you again, it won't end up on your cheeks or anything like that, okay? So I'm just going to... Very good. And now some over here. Looks very good. And now let me get the lash. Okay, I'm gonna be using a different little tool to put the lashes on so that we could be more precise, and the more precise, the better. So I'm just going to take this and put this right over here. Okay, how is that? I think that aligns with your eye very well. Okay. And I'm going to be taking the other one that I pulled off over here. Now, they did lose some of its color and darkness, so I am going to have to coat some black paint on them again, just so they look natural. Okay. And now that we did that, let's coat them. So I'm going to be using the same product that I used for your eyebrows and just darkening them up. Gonna kind of shape them a little. Shape them a little so they're more doll-like. Don't worry, they'll be more doll-like than mine. I'm sorry, mine are a little dramatic, which I actually like. Okay, now over here. Okay, Barbie, I have some amazing news for you. I went ahead and, talked to headquarters, and they made sure that you could transfer to a new owner. They need to know what you look like since you're a free doll for them. So I'm just going to take some pictures, okay? Don't worry, you look absolutely amazing. I am so happy that you get to have a good fresh start. All right, so just hold still. I'm just going to be taking this and taking a picture there. Look over here for me. Okay, look over here for me. Beautiful. Well, I hope you're feeling so much better, and I can't wait to hear updates from you, okay? Okay, Barbie, good luck with your new life. Hi, Broken Barbie, welcome. You look amazing today, Barbie. You look very healthy. Is there anything that I can help you with? Yeah, just let me know your symptoms. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm so very happy that you came, Barbie. I'm happy that you came before anything terrible happened. I can definitely help you with this. Okay, well, I'll see you at my office. Okay, Barbie, I know that this is very vulnerable for you, but I need to see what I'm working with. So is it okay if I look at the plastic scars? Okay, let me just take a look. Is it okay if I touch you? Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna, okay. I'm just going to see how far along they are with the healing process. And some look old and some definitely look fresh. Okay, you have a lot of dust and gunk, filled in those spots, which makes a lot of sense, but don't worry, we could definitely clean that for you. Okay, all right. Well, Barbie, I am here for you to talk about literally anything. I know that I'm not specialized in therapy per se, but I am specialized in also understanding how you feel. I used to feel that way too. And every day is a fight for me as well, but we're doing it together, which I think is the beauty of it. So first off, I'm just going to have to clean the area so that there's no more dust or no more gunk, you know, coming in between me and patching that area up. So I'm just going to take this pure Barbie soap and just washing away those wounds. So, can you talk about how you feel in more detail? Oh, feeling like you're losing yourself, you know, a loss of self and a loss of like knowing where you're going and what you're doing is definitely detrimental to anybody, especially humans and dolls as well. It affects everything, you know? You know, just like an animal who just lost their herd or a baby animal who lost their mother, they're not very sure where to go or what to do. But I understand that, and you have so much help out here. I promise you, it's a very good thing that you reach out for help. Always do that, okay? No matter where you are. So now that I did that, it is time for me to fix that part up. I'm gonna have to add some silicone first. I'm gonna have to add some silicone and then hot iron it. I know it sounds very painful, but because of how many scars you already have, I feel like your dull pain receptors are kind of dulled out, which is good for you right now. But yeah, it's just sad that it had to be this way. So I'm just going to be taking some silicone over here. Just like this amount is good, and I'm going to apply it on those arms, okay? And anywhere else that you have those scars. I can't imagine how hard and isolating it must have been for you to deal with this all on your own and to have, you know, been driven to hurting yourself like this. I understand. I really do. I used to struggle with it as well, and now I'm able to deal with it in a lot of more healthy ways. Thankfully, I have a good support system, and as long as you reach out for help, you can also have a very good support system. I hope you know that. So I'm just going to put those there. Okay. And I think that is enough for the silicone. So I'll just be using this and setting it to arm. Setting it to arms. Okay, now that we set that setting to arm, I'm just going to be hot ironing that all over so that the silicone blends in nicely and seamlessly. It's not too bad, right? Trust me. You will always have the opportunity to heal things, mend things, fix things. It's gonna be okay. I understand. I really do. And if you feel like you've lost yourself along the way of life, we truly do have a lot of programs that could help our dolls, you know, just learn things, find new career paths. You know, Barbies work a lot. We will work a lot. We all have crazy jobs. So you could definitely find your passion through that. And there we go. And now that I did that, I'm just going to be using this bandage to patch you up so that it stays in place. Okay, so hold still. I'm just going to be putting that there. Okay, and another one here. I know it's really hard, but if you can't seem to live for yourself, I actually have something that might help you. And no, you don't have to be too responsible for it since it's also a doll like us. You don't have to feed it or walk it like that. Just keep it on your neck. I think that would be good enough. So, do you want to see what I have in store for you? So from our good friends, the Littlest Pet Shop, we have some pets over here. We have a sweet little kitty that reminds me of a lucky cat, which maybe you want some luck in your life. I would definitely recommend this Barbie. And we have just a friendly puppy over here. Very affectionate, very clingy. You know, I feel like having just a doll pet like this would definitely give you more motivation to continue living, and you won't feel so isolated and alone. You know what I mean? Would you like one? Okay, which one would you like? The kitty? Okay, we could definitely do that. So here I have the sweet kitty for you. Hopefully this kitty brings you a lot of luck, a lot of happiness. So I'm just gonna put this around your neck, okay, Barbie? Okay, let me just put this right over there. There we go. You could hear it purring, right? Isn't it fantastic? Maybe it could be a vet. Vet programs are so fun in Barbie world. So there we go. Oh, how do you like it? You're happier? I'm so happy to hear that. I really am. And now I was thinking, how about I give you some hair clips that eat away at your negativity and eat away at your anxiety, your paranoia, you know, your overthinking and your depression. They eat it away. They don't take it away completely, but they definitely reduce the load on you and help you act and think more rationally. Would you like them? Okay, so I have these over here, and I know they look a bit silly, but they're so furry and fuzzy and literally perfect for, you know, soaking up all the negativity, because they're like little voids, you know? So all of those negative things will be sucked into the void, and they'll be replacing it with these stars. Stars meaning happiness and optimism. So would you like me to put one in and you see the effects? Okay, just going to take your hair like this. You know, when you first walked in, I had no idea that you would be going through this, because you seem so like put together and perfect. Of course, that stigma doesn't mean anything, but it just proves to me that I know that you can take care of yourself, even more when you have the help. So now, how about I put on the other one? Are you already feeling the effects? Oh, I love that. I love that for you. And I'm going to be taking this one over here, and you can name them whatever you want. You could treat them like pets too if you want to. So I'm just going to take this, put that right over here. There we go. So how are you feeling? That is such a relief. I mean, oh my goodness. I love working with dolls that understand how it feels to live. I mean, I understand you. You are so sane, and everything is going to be okay. I can sign you up right now to all the programs that we have for, you know, just career searching, soul searching, all of that. So yeah, thank you so much for visiting, and catch up with me in the office.